So thank you for joining me for this episode of the Confidence Through Health podcast. I appreciate you taking the time to check this out. And this is going to be a shorter episode. It will be the first episode of 2021. And what I wanted to talk about and address is patience. Not like patience isn't if you're a patient of a doctor or anything like that, but just having patience in your life, and how sometimes being impatient can be unhealthy. Actually, a lot of times being impatient can be unhealthy. So I want you to think about, there's a full year in front of you, the whole 12 months. What can you get done in 12 months? You can get a lot done in 12 months. But a lot of times we start a year thinking we have this big, huge goal for what we want to get done in 12 months. And the enormity of that goal oftentimes can hamstring us, and we won't move forward like we need to. And then what we think is going to take us 12 months, we might wind up getting to the end of March and going, oh, we only have 9 months left. There's no way I can get this done in 9 months because I needed 12 months to do it. And so we start to freak out about our inability to stick to our goals, our inability to do things, because we think on one side, there's ample time. There's more than enough time to be able to get this done. But that causes us to delay it. That causes us to not start. That causes us to not move. That causes us to not change, because we think we've got plenty of time. So you might be saying, well, why are you talking about this? Well, we need to move. We need to do things. So why is patience a big key? Because it would seem like if you're patient, then you're waiting for things to happen. And while that's true, I want you to look at patience in a different light. Patience in sticking to the plan and being patient that the outcome will happen, but you have to move forward. You have to take the steps. And I address some of this from an ideal theoretical standpoint in my book, No More Sugarcoating. What I talk about is that you need to put a plan in place. You need to trust the process of that plan. But then you have to honor the preparation that you've put yourself to that point. You've created the plan. You've created the goal. And that's great, but it's not going to happen by itself. You have to do something. Plain and simple. If the goal is a health goal, you have to exercise. You have to eat better. You have to do whatever it is. Meditation, more sleep, getting out of stressful situations. Whatever it is that's the health goal, and whatever your plan is to get you there, you have to make that step. But the patience piece of it is that you have to be patient for the results to get there. They will get there. Honor the preparation. Trust the process, but then be patient that the process will actually work. You can get there. You may have to change the plan as you go through it. You may have to adjust it. We all know that there's the phrase, the fork in the road. There's always a fork in the road. There's always an obstacle that comes up that we didn't foresee when we create a plan. So adjust to that. Get back on the plan. Trust the process and honor the preparation that you put into it. But then be patient for the outcome. Work and continue to work on what you need to do to get there, but be patient for the overall outcome to happen. And you see this a lot when it comes to health. You see this a lot when it comes to finances. You see this a lot when it comes to single individuals who are really wanting to find their mate, their lifelong, soulmate, that they struggle with having patience in the process. Athletes struggle with having patience in the process. They just want to win. They just want to be the best. But you have to have patience in the process to get there. You can get there, but patience is a big key. Now, patience is different from laziness. Patience is different from not doing things. Patience is different from thinking somebody else is going to bail you out. You can't allow those things to become part of your process. Your process is what you developed, what you put in place to be able to get you to your goal. Stick to that. It's the beginning of a year. It's a perfect time, although any time is the perfect time to put a plan in place and to move forward. Just keep in mind, you need to be patient towards getting that big goal. So when it comes to your health, a big thing to remember is that the healthy way to lose weight, and goes back years and years and years of research, and nobody has ever been able to come up with a different answer to this. The healthy way to lose weight is 1 to 2 pounds a week on average. Sure. Does that mean you're going to lose more? You might lose 4 pounds one week. Sure. You might not lose anything the next week. The key to remember is if you want to lose 50 pounds or you want to lose 60 pounds or 100 pounds, if you're losing 1 pound to 2 pounds a week, it's going to take you a long time. That's okay. Be patient. The results that are earned from long-term plans, long-term dedication, long-term discipline are far better than, in most cases, on average, are far better than the quick results, the quick things that happen. And the people that get those quick results will tell you. They got there, they won big, they had the huge success, they lost a lot of weight fast, and then they gained it back, or they fell out of quote unquote luck in their situation. But they'll tell you they weren't prepared for where they got. They weren't prepared for what it was going to look like. They didn't go through the discipline steps. They didn't have the dedication to get there. And so when they hit the results far quicker than the average, they then had a bounce back failure because they didn't know how to maintain. So if you put a plan in place and then you want to lose weight or you want to start exercising, if you want to run a marathon or a half marathon or even a 5K, and you're not a runner right now, you're not exercising at all, but your goal is to do something of that nature, and you come to me and say, hey, I want to run a marathon, I'm going to tell you, okay, we just started 2021. Guess what? You're going to run that marathon in 2022, not in 2021. And you might get upset with me, but the key is you have to have patience with the process. You can't go from running 0 miles a day, 0 miles a week, to running 26 miles at one time continuously without having injuries, without having difficulty, to be able to do it and be successful at it. Not win your age group, not set a world record. We're not talking about any of those kind of things. Those things take years and years and years. I'm talking about just to complete it 100% running the whole way. It's going to take you a year of preparation. And that's not just because we've had, all these races that are canceled, and so there's no races to do. It's going to take time. You have to be patient. If you're way out of health, if you are on multiple medications for chronic diseases, if you are extremely overweight or even just partially overweight, and you have not been exercising and you're not eating well, it's going to take time, and you have to be patient with that. So when you set your goals, when you get frustrated in about the second or third week of January because you're not seeing more traction towards your goals, remember to be patient. Patience is the key. Often, patience is the key to reaching success. Yes, there's hard work. Yes, there's discipline. There's dedication. There's overcoming failures. There's creating the right process. All of those pieces are pieces of the puzzle. But being able to be patient and understand that your journey is your journey, it's not anybody else's, and that you will get to the finish line. You will reach the goal. It may not be in the time frame that you want to reach the goal, but if you're patient and you're dedicated and you keep working, you're going to get there. That I can guarantee you that you're going to get there. Because through all the research, from all the different scenarios, from all the stories of every hardship and every difficulty and every goal, the people that are patient, the people that are dedicated and disciplined and have a plan always achieve success. Like I said, though, it may have a twist and a turn in the plan, a twist and a turn in the process, but you'll get there. When it comes to your health, remember that you need to create a good plan. There's several pieces of that plan. You probably have heard people say, it's 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. Those are two pieces of the plan. Those are two pieces of the puzzle. There's more pieces of the puzzle. So I don't think it's 80-20 one way or the other. Even for the people that say it's 80% exercise. There's a whole other areas. There's spiritual health, there's mental health, there's emotional health. There's a lot to be addressed. And if you're unhealthy, there's probably a lot of those areas that need to be addressed. Be patient. Pick one and start addressing that one. Once you feel like you've made some progress, you can continue on that one. You can pause and maintain the level you're at and pick up another one. But be patient with the process as you go through that, and as you start addressing the issues that are going on. You're gonna be much more sustainable when you finish, and you're going to see results. Now, when it comes to your health, one of the things that we've heard a lot of over the past several months is vitamins and how do you boost your immunity through vitamins. I've talked about this, especially through my Facebook Lives I do. There's a lot of other people that have talked about different vitamins and what you need to do, and how you need to get them, how often you need to get them, and how much of them you need. So here's the vitamins that I believe that we all need vitamins. Okay, so our bodies work off of vitamins and minerals. That's when you eat food, your body's digesting it to get vitamins, minerals, amino acids, all of those particles, because that's what your cells live off of, and that's how they operate, is off of those items. So what's a key thing to remember when you're dealing with vitamins is it takes time. You're not just gonna cram a bunch of vitamin C down your throat if you're vitamin C deficient, and all of a sudden your numbers are gonna be perfect. Because what happens is most of the vitamins that you need in your body work in combination with other vitamins and minerals and amino acids. And so they all work together. Some of them work with others better. Some of them have to work with others. You won't be able to do anything with it if you don't have, if number one doesn't have number two in the plan, then number one's not going to work. And so taking it to pee it out and wasting your money. So one of the things I want to, and it's hard to give across the board because I don't know what everybody needs as far as specifics, because I don't know what your lab report says. I don't know what your levels are. I don't know what other health issues you're dealing with. But what I want you to do is make sure that you get a doctor's appointment this year, that you get lab work done, just a typical physical checkup, your annual checkup. Everybody needs to get an annual checkup. Get your annual checkup done, get your vitamins, get your levels tested. There's a key here, though, in that just because it's in your blood doesn't mean it's working well in your body. But if it's a good enough level in your blood, what that says is that you're consuming the proper amount. It doesn't necessarily mean your body's using it, but it means that you're consuming the proper amount. So if you're consuming the proper amount of vitamin C, if you're consuming the proper amount of calcium, if you're consuming the proper amount of zinc, but you're still having health issues related to any one of those vitamins or minerals or amino acids, what that says is that you're not getting a good combination at the right time for them to work together, and or your gut is not working properly because your gut is not, the uptake is not working. So when the food is in your gut, it's not being consumed in the areas it needs to be consumed in, the minerals and vitamins, and so they're passing through. They're getting into your bloodstream, but they're not going where they need to go. And a lot of times that's more of a gut issue because your gut is responsible for creating your neurotransmitters, which then, and a lot of your hormones, which then tells your blood where to go, what to do with it. So it can be a complicated puzzle to put together. But the key is you don't have a clue where to start if you don't know what you currently have in you and what is currently happening. So once you know that, then you need to be patient and understand that it's going to take time for those things to change in your body. How far off you are from where you need to be, it could take a week, it could take 10 weeks, it could take a year. I mean, it's hard to say because everybody's different in how your body is sitting right now today. But go get your blood checked so you understand what your vitamin levels are. You can see where your deficiencies are. You can see where the issue is with uptake. You'll get a better understanding of what's going on in your body. And then once you have an understanding, you can address it. If you don't understand what's going on, you can't address it properly. You're shooting in the dark. So it does take some patience. It does take some discipline. It does take some time to figure out what's going on. But once you do, and oftentimes, once you level your hormones, once you level your vitamins, once all those things, your neurotransmitters are at the right levels, if you can get all those things to be at the right level, it makes getting to a healthy state in your body really pretty easy. As long as you're eating properly. But if you can get all those things at the right level, then your body's going to work more efficiently. You're going to feel a ton better, and you'll be able to pinpoint the issues that are going on that are keeping you from reaching maximum health. So, but all that takes time. So you have to be patient with it. And like I said, being patient, it does not mean that you're lazy. It does not mean that you're ignoring signs and symptoms because you just want to be patient and think that it's going to take care of itself. You have to do something. The key is when you do something, be patient for the results to happen. Because more times than not, they're not going to be overnight. It's not going to just be an automatic change. You're going to wake up the next day and it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be completely different. It takes time for those things to work. So be patient in 2021. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the plans that you have. Be patient with the goals that you have. Be patient with those around you. Oftentimes that helps a lot in your overall health if you can have patience towards other people. But being patient will get you where you want to go if you trust the process, you honor the preparation you took to get there, and you're dedicated and disciplined to the plan. If you do those things and you're just patient enough to wait for the results to happen, they will happen. You got to show up every day. You got to eat better every day. You got to exercise. You got to stick to the plan of what if you say you're going to take a vitamin every day, you need to take a vitamin every day. Skipping a day is not going to help you. You know, it's like brushing your teeth or flossing. You got to do them every day. Stick to that plan and you'll get results. I guarantee you'll get results. So that's the way I would approach, and I do approach long-term goals, yearly goals. So as you're setting out for 2021, and I hope it's a good year for you. I hope that we all have a great year. I'm planning on a great year. And because I know I have my plan in place and I'm going to be patient for the results to come, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year for my health. It's going to be a good year for my family. It's going to be a good year for my financial situation and for my businesses and for this podcast. And it's going to be a good year for all of you. If you're patient, just be patient. It's going to happen. And again, being patient doesn't mean being lazy. It doesn't mean you can't do any. There's not a. It's relying on you to do something. You can't just sit down and watch TV and not do anything and say, "Oh, I'm being patient." No, you're being lazy and you're avoiding. Do your work. Show up every day. Then you can relax and watch TV for a little bit. But you got to do your work first. You got to be diligent first. You got to be disciplined first. And that's how I approach what I do. So for those of you that have been curious about how I go about things and how I do things, and I get a lot of people that ask me about that from a exercise standpoint, from a nutrition standpoint. How do you maintain the discipline to keep such a regimented meal plan and nutrition plan and exercise plan? And it all comes down to being disciplined, being dedicated, and understanding that what my long-term goal is, and that I'm not going to achieve that long-term goal if I take quote unquote cheat days. I'm not going to achieve that long-term goal if I fall for what everybody else is doing, because I don't want to end up like everybody else. I want to end up where I want to end up. And the goals that I have that are more than just 2021 goals, but our goals for when I'm 100 and beyond. So my goals are 50 plus years out. And if you can't think that far, then we maybe need to talk a little bit more. But if your goals are 50 years out, patience is absolutely a piece of that puzzle. Because while my goals, some of my goals are 50 plus years out, I definitely don't want them to happen tomorrow. Some of them can't happen tomorrow because they're related to what's going to happen when I'm that age. And I don't want to fast forward. I don't want to be like the movie Click, where I'm fast forwarding through life and all of a sudden I wake up and I've missed all the great things and all the fun things and the excitement and the milestones. That's not being patient. I'm not looking to fast forward through life. I want to be patient and live life. And the easiest way to do that, the best way to do that, is to be healthy in the moment. But for many Americans, being healthy in the moment means that you're going to have to put in a lot of time to get healthy first, so that you can then be healthy in the moment and enjoy the moment. And that's what I want for everybody. I want everybody to be healthy. I want everybody to be able to put these goals out there that are super far in the future, that you can look to and that you can have excitement about, and be patient because it's going to happen. Be patient because it's coming. So I hope everybody has a great year in 2021. Be patient, but make sure that you show up every day. Make sure that you're dedicated, that your plan that you have for 2021 is written out, that you trust the process, that you honor the preparation that got you to this point, and that you keep going. Keep going every day. We'll all get healthy. You'll get confidence. You'll reach heights that you never thought were possible. That's what it's all about. Lifting each other up, helping each other reach things that we've never reached before, and get places that we've never got before, and see things and experience things that have never happened before, at least to us. You know, maybe things that other people have seen and experienced, but not you. You haven't seen it. You haven't experienced it yet. So keep trucking, keep moving forward, and let's all be healthy in 2021.